At every turn, you get it a bit with Trump. Trump's a wonderful example, actually. People who are now pretending to believe that protecting the women and children of this country is such an urgent priority that they are getting pretty close to endorsing the torching of hotels.
OK, we're about to hear a shocking fact about those participating in last year's riots, and it's probably applicable to the brewing riots occurring now.
Are also quite often big and even public admirers of a man who boasts and has boasted on tape about the tactics he deploys when he is sexually assaulting women, to take the man at his own word. So they don't care really about the things they claim to care about. If they did, they probably would have told you that 2 out of every 5 people arrested after participating in last summer's Farage riots had been previously reported to the police for domestic abuse.
I say it's shocking, but to me it all makes sense. The men trying to set fire to a building last year with asylum seekers inside are just ticking time bombs, individuals just looking for an excuse, a situation to offload their anger.
So that's 41% of 899 people arrested for taking part in the violent disorder last July and August had been reported for crimes associated with intimate partner violence. One police force, the arrest figures were as high as 68%.
This from The Guardian. 2 in 5 arrested for last summer's UK riots have been reported for domestic abuse. And here are some examples. In Bristol, where there were 60 arrests, more than 2/3 of those arrested had been the subject of a previous domestic abuse report. In Hartlepool and Middlesbrough, Cleveland police reported that there had been 107 arrests, 44 of whom had been subject to a prior domestic abuse report. In Rotherham, where rioters set fire to an asylum hotel, 75 people were arrested, 35 of whom had been reported for domestic abuse, South Yorkshire police said. Isabella Lowenthal-Isaacs, the policy manager at Women's Aid, said a year on from the terrible Southport attacks on young girls, and as conversation about far-right protests once again starts to appear in the media, it is tempting to treat these events as isolated. However, the reality is that these acts of violence are part of a wider pattern, rooted in the same dynamics that drive domestic abuse and violence against women and girls, control, coercion and misogyny. So the likelihood is that some of the people here attacking the police are actually perpetrators of the very thing that they're protesting, rioting about. Click here for some men smashing up a Greggs.